Oi galera, aqui é Marcelo Vig, vocês estão ouvindo o Caipirinha Appreciation Society.
Eu já tenho tudo com essa nega, hein? O que ela quer mais, compadre?
Assiste, paizinho.
Hello, dear listener of the Caipirinha Appreciation Society show here at SOAS Radio and www.caipirinhasociety.com. I am MDC Swing. Kika Serra, who are you?
I am Kika Serra, still sitting here.
And we have with us tonight Mr. Marcelo Vigi, who used to be the Kika Serra of the Caipirinha Appreciation Society at its very beginnings, like, very, very long time. That was nearly 8 years ago.
It's 10 years ago.
Oh my God, you're getting
That was
old. Vigi.
2004. I'm not.
So, yes, we have a special program here because we want to talk a little bit about what is Vigi doing now and what Vigi has been doing while he was away from the Caipirinha Appreciation Society. And but we're gonna talk about that later. First, he's going to choose a track to open the show, or shall I choose the track? Let's begin with the Jorge Maltner, and then Vigi will choose a song for himself. Let's go.
Menino brinca, chutando lentamente a sua bola, tendo atrás de si a velha escola, onde a professora ensina e ele gama naquela menina cujo pai trabalha num posto de gasolina. Esse menino é um inventor, empina papagaios, fez um que parece o céu azul, com 1 milhão de pequenos raios, com 1 milhão de pequenos raios, 1 milhão de pequenos raios.
sambava demais e sorria pra mim seu sorriso canalha. E sambava demais e sorria pra mim, canalha. E sorria pra mim, canalha. E ela estava sozinha.
Oh yes, that was Samba Demais. Sambava Demais.
Sambava demais.
Isso, by... the voice is Gabriel Mozak's voice, isn't
Yeah,
it?
this is a tune that we wrote together a few years ago. Me, Gabriel Muzaki, and Fabrício Belo. And I decided to revisit some of the tracks and make them new for this new album. Because it's all about being with the friends and the people that I like and the people that have some sort of proximity and friendship. So that's how it all came about, really.
I think perhaps you should start a little at the beginning. I mean, what album? Who are you? What are you doing here? I don't think you got that sufficient.
What am I doing here?
What do you do? Where are we going from here? Where do we go after this life? No. Did you get that clear?
No.
Okay.
We invited Viggy
Introductions,
here,
please.
not just because this year we celebrate 10 years of the Caipirinha Appreciation Society, but because he is recording his first solo album, all right? He's a drummer, he recorded loads of tracks with loads of great artists around the world, and now he decided to come back to Rio de Janeiro to live here, and he has been working on his first album, all right? And he's doing how can I say, crowdfunding drive, and yes, we want to know more about the whole thing. So first describe this track.
This track is a samba, not as you know it. It's a mix of electronic music and samba, and it's Gabriel Muzaki with his great singing skills and writing skills. It's a bit of a Blade Runner type of samba, sort of a dystopic situation. And it's part of the sound I've been making, which is a mix of electronic music with drums, ancient drums, well, not really ancient, but the ancient aspect of drums is just like a pure beating drums and skin drums, electronic ones. It doesn't matter. It's just about drums and computer. And then we just getting the people together, the friends and songwriters and people that I relate to. And the album is full of special guests, all musicians that I know, masters in their own craft. So we have people like Marco Susano on the percussion and a few tracks. Gabriel Muzaki again plays cavaco in another one. People like Marlon Sete. There's a writing partner with Pedro Luiz and Marco André. Jean da Silva, loads of like really nice people that I've known for many years, and we've worked together in one way or another, always just sheer affinity with them, or in the case of Marco Susano, which is a master and is my teacher for Pandeiro. Christian Oyens, which was my drum teacher, he plays slide guitar in one of the tracks. So it's all kind of a mix of friends and ideas and inviting people to come over and make this sound come to reality.
Oh, excellent. We're going to talk more about the record, the new album, and how can you contribute. But first, let's play a girl that she's Brazilian also, and she's living I think she's still in London.
She lives in London, yeah.
Yeah. Sibeli, just for us to get a London feeling while we choose the next track and introduce to you a little bit more of Biggie's work.
This is a secret, no one to tell. I keep all my feathers inside of the shell. I let one by one out, one by one out. One or two spells inside of the shell. noite de carnaval, noite de carnaval, noite de carnaval, noite de carnaval, noite de carnaval.
DJs know the
Chegou, abrem as portas, qualquer pergunta
That was Buraca Som Sistema, the sounds of Kuduro. Okay, Viggy, why did you put this track?
Because it's a very infectious groove. I saw them live a few years ago here in Rio, and it was impossible to stand still. And it's an amazing mix of contemporary stuff and African music, and they do it very well. And in this track, they have MIA as a guest, and it's very inspiring. It's something that it moved me to insert or to search for that kind of groove that is infectious, and try and imprint that in my music. I don't know if I made it, but I'm certainly trying.
Does your work, the basis of it, the intention of it, is to be Brazilian music, or is it to be universal, electronic, drummy, crazy music?
The original intention is really to get out there the ideas that are in my mind, the ideas that are in my head, and it's quite a mix of stuff. Maybe because I lived in London and I lived in Rio and lived in Portugal, and it's a complete mess, and it's very mixed. It's a very mixed influences of electronic music, of drums, of you name it. So it's trying to put together all these ideas, and electronic music, because something I really love, and to me it's really easy to make use of, and then something that I can do on my own. Sometimes I don't need other people around to start a track, and I only play drums. I don't play anything else as in an instrument. I can just blag some guitars or some keyboards, but not really. So it's good to have guests around, but I can always start a track on my own.
All right, excellent. You are listening to the Caipirinha Appreciation Society at SOAS Radio and www.caipirinhasociety.com. We have here at Caipirinha Appreciation Society Studios Mr. Marcelo Viggi talking about his album, his first solo album, who will be called Dub. Will it be the name of the album or the name of the band?
The name of the album is Dub.
It's Dub. Your next project will be called something else.
Yeah, Dub.
A-O-H-M.
O for Om, M for Mary, apostrophe Dub.
Okay.
All right, excellent. So I'm gonna play a common friend here, right? It is Mr. Benegon, for us to get this real feeling at the show, and later we are going to talk more about Dub.
Pelo sinal, module essa frequência, saia dos gafanhotos e observe como você se sente novo. Conectando, relatando a situação atual do velho pensamento em processo de franca decadência. Babilônia, reino das aparências.
Mais além.
Ciclo após ciclo vamos evoluindo através da experiência. A inteligência e a dor nos ensinam um bocado. Buscar conhecimento, não ficar bitolado nos fatos. É a missão desse momento e de ser
Mais além.
o trabalho é permanente.
Mais além.
Camadas densas de energia negativa dominam o campo magnético do globo. Terrestre, de leste a oeste, de norte a sul. Energias invisíveis se movimentam, mas os resultados podem ser vistos a olho nu. Cheque mate, período de desgaste, ano após ano. A situação é grave como um sistema de som. Jamaicano, eu sei, além do dub de delay, eu tenho sede, o microfone é meu expresso, as sensações são minha parede. Para onde está? Procure ali, talvez debaixo da mesa. Seus pensamentos bem guardados na gaveta vila. Essa noite a vida continua, mas quem sabe dinamizar, capacitar a liberdade ausente. E nessa noite, faça com expando um novo sentimento nascente.
Você cumpriu sua missão.
And this is a bootleg I've been doing with my other co-writing partner, DJ VJ Montano. And it's Embalaio from Clementina de Jesus and Clara Nunes.
Menininha do gato, embala pra lá, embala pra cá. Menininha do gato, embala aí, embala aí. Menininha do gato, embala pra lá, embala pra cá. Menininha do gato, oi dai pra tua bênção. Menininha do gato, livrai-me do inimigo. Menininha do gato, dai-me a sua proteção. Menininha do gato, que ai que o meu passo, e por Marechou, Monjo Baixo. Se eu souber, a da lacro biejão. Se eu souber, a da lacro biejão. Ela roie, se eu souber, a da lacro biejão. Se eu souber, a da lacro biejão. Se eu souber, a da lacro biejão. Ela roie, se eu souber.
You are listening to the Caipirinha Appreciation Society show recorded on the 21st of May of 2014 in a chat with Mr. Viggy and me, MC Swingy, and Kika Serra. She's kind of far away there, but she's here. Yes, and and yes, this program will not be the usual perfection because it has been recorded live, and yes, it's more difficult, but we like the improvising part of it, or improvisação.
It's back to beginnings. It's back to the early days, right?
Yes, it is.
So you used to. Well, this is for people who don't know what the story is. I used to work in a studio in northwest London called Panic Music Studio, and one day I was in a daytime shift, and someone walked in the studio asking for a radio station. I'm like, no, this is a rehearsal and recording studios, and he was looking for some. So he asked me if I was a DJ, and I do DJ, yeah. So I went, yeah, I'm a DJ. And he went, I'm looking for such and such radio station. And I went like, I've no idea. But then it's sort of like I got like a lightning in my head, and I just went, why are you looking for a DJ? I thought he was looking for a party DJ or something, and he was looking for a radio DJ, and asked me if I would like to present a show. And I was like, well, maybe. We exchanged contacts. And I knew that MDC Swing was after something like that. We've already done a few parties called Caipirinha Appreciation Society, and he was into that sort of thing. And I got in touch with him, and we went to the radio station, and we had a weekly program, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a community radio. The reach was about 4-mile radius, and they were in Harsden, which is also northwest London. And we did it on the radio waves for something like 3 or 5 months or something like that.
Yes.
And it used to be totally live. No backups, no nothing. And we used to bring vinyl, we used to bring CDs. And from the word go, we just decided that it would be Brazilian music beyond cliches, because at the time Brazil was being heavily marketed in England. And it was all about only the mainstream music, which is great, which we love, but we always felt that there was something else that people didn't have access to. We just wanted to give access to something more than it was being shown, which is, again, it's great. And very often we would just play the cliches just to prove that we're not a cliche thing. So there you go, that's the early days. And then we moved on to just a web radio, and then I got really busy with other things, doing music and drumming and DJing and other stuff. And I was pretty much just like how do you call it? Someone that's like from the outside. We used to exchange ideas and exchange info and music and all that, and still doing events together. And eventually, Kika took over my place, and now she's here, like doing great. She's pretending she's not listening, but yeah, she's doing great. And here we go. Now it's 2014, and it's 10 years gone by.
No, it's incredible how things changed, you know, in the way of the program being made. Not just that, but let's put it like that: the relationship between Brazil and the rest of the world, isn't it?
I think very much so, especially in this department. What you guys did back 10 years ago. At the time, the cliche really was the really very typical, you know, Carmen Miranda cliche, you know, or you know, that people saying, oh, that's not Brazilian music and stuff. These days, there are all these old bands that we love and cherish. They tour Europe, they tour America more frequently. There are lots of blogs, and there are sort of record labels that's kind of specialize in bringing them abroad.
There were a few things happening at the time. There was DJ Mark, there was DJ Dolores, Benegão was already coming out to Europe. My band did a support slot for Benegão in London, and there was a few bits and things coming out of Brazil that was just not your regular samba, bossa nova and stuff. At the time, I sort of remember it was quite like a comeback of Balanço and all that kind of 70s vibe. So Jorge was also doing great.
Yeah.
But other than that, people just didn't know Brazil. And when I went to London for the first time in '98, it was just non-existent.
So the Caipirinha Appreciation Society from the outset has been a part of that process, sort of bringing it to the knowledge of more people, to bring it to boldly going where no other show bothers to go.
So yeah, that's crazy. And from the very beginning, we did like to, you know, bring music that was unknown and bring music that were not even recorded officially. And so now we receive loads of things, loads of nice stuff. You know, mainly nice stuff, sometimes bad stuff, but as people know our taste, they bring us good things. Like this band are gonna play here now. It's really crazy, that not crazy the sound, but the video is really crazy. The band is called Charlie Marreta, and the track is called Marreton. Check it out. You are listening to the Caipirinha Appreciation Society Show. All right, this is the Caipirinha Appreciation Society show at SOAS Radio and www.caipirinhasociety.com. Mr. Vig, what's the name of this track we just played?
This track is called Blind Man Beat, and it was written with a recording I made in the Lisbon underground. There was this blind man, he came in and he had his cane and a tin, and he was beating in a tin and asking for money. But he had this amazing rhythm, he has this amazing groove. And then what I did was record that with my iPhone and build the whole track around it. He is I don't know who he is, but he is included as an author. He's one of the co-writers of the song.
Random blind man.
Random blind, and in hope that one day the song will find him, and there will hopefully be monies for him to collect.
But would he be able to recognize his music there?
Well, these things will happen. If it was meant for him to be in his music, it's meant for the music to meet him. That's what I believe. I do believe in this. It's not bullshit. I believe this. And this song, in the recording, I was really happy to have one of my masters, which is Marco Susano, which is a great musician, a great guy, and he's the one that taught me how to play the pandeiro. And unfortunately, I don't do my homework as much as I wish, but he's the one who taught me. Lucas Vasconcelos is playing the Portuguese guitar, which I asked him to do because the thing was all recorded in Lisbon the first time.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I have one of my uncles is playing flute. He used to play more professionally in the 70s and 80s. He used to play with Gilberto Gismonte. He had his own studio. He's done loads of jingles that we know very well, as the Coca-Cola jingle in the 70s.
All right.
And a few others that we know. And he no longer plays professionally, but he's still a great musician, and he does great stuff, and he plays the flute. And who else in there? Yeah, I think that's it. And me, obviously, doing the programming, bass, keyboards, and electric drums and all that. So it's a track that I really like.
All right, so we have nearly 1 hour of show, so I think it's time for you to tell us how people can contribute to your crowdfunding, because it's not cheap to call all these good musicians, yeah. So tell us how people can contribute to your crowdfunding in Brazil, and if people live abroad.
Okay, if you want to contribute, the website is embolacha.com.br. Embolacha writes as E for elephant, M for Mary, B for bull, O, L for Lewis, A, C for Charlie, H for hospital, A. Embolacha is quite hard to say that.
Yes, it is. I don't
Even
know.
in Portuguese, it's a bit tricky.
You stopped at Embola, there's still the
Yeah,
cha.
yeah. And then you go to the website and you go to the projects OMDub, and there's a photo of me there. You can actually see how it looked like. And you click on the project and you see how it looks. And on the right hand side, it's written Participar, which means participate. And there is a description for each reward and each quota, and the description is in English as well. So you click on participate, and I'll just do the process here pretty quickly. You click on participate on how much you want to contribute with, and it will take you to a registering process. And once you finish that registering process, you just if you live abroad, where they will show a window with the phone number. You just I'll give you a phone number, Mickey. But
Well, we'll repeat all this. We'll spell everything out.
yeah, I will post all the process in in the website.
Yeah, and in the original show in the CS show we're gonna put this. It will be written on the episode, so you can see there will be a link, and it will be very easy for you to find the site and see how you can contribute. But there is a chance that the person can become a god. Explain that
Yes.
better.
Well, here it is. The beauty of crowdfunding, which I've just discovered recently, is that it's not a commercial relationship as such. What you do is you exchange experiences. You contribute with money, obviously, but then you can actually exchange experience with the artist. In this case, me, which can be drum lessons, which can be, for some people in Brazil, English conversation lessons. It can be soundtracks. It can be an exclusive soundtrack. There's many rewards as such, and there is the most expensive bit is 10,000 reais, which is something like £2,500, £2,500, and is the God bracket. If you choose to be God for the project, you contribute with 10,000 reais and you'll be God. What being God means is you everything to the project because you contribute with more than a third of the project, and it's a limitless amount of people that can contribute being gods. I mean, I'm not obliged to one God. I'm a polytheist. We accept many gods, and if you want to be a god, what that will entail that your name or your brand will be on a CD inlay. It will be in a video. It will be in every banner we do for any show, for anything. And for the space of the campaign of the release, for about a year, or even more, even longer, your brand or your name, if you're a person, if you're not a shop, or if you're not a business, and if you want to contribute as a god, you will be spoken of in every interview, such as now. If your name was in there, I would be speaking your name now and saying such and such is God. So that's what it all entails. Someone has asked me if that comes with sexual favors. I'd say no. Sexual favors is much more expensive than that, and I decided not to use it this time. Maybe next time I'll think about it.
The goddess.
The goddess. I'll find someone to be my my depth. I'll get someone to do sexual favors for you.
And if the person pays the whole thing, it will be a monotheist god, right? And what are you gonna do?
They'll
if you
be,
don't
they'll
do
be the
sexual
god
favors,
of all gods.
you're god of all gods. You're gonna write the name on on skies?
I'll call the album their name.
Oh,
Instead of Omdub, I'll call it whoever contributes with the whole thing. That's not on the website, but if you came up with the idea, I'm just saying, if you want to pay for the whole lot in one lump sum, I'll
Carlos Alberto.
I'll name Carlos Alberto, whatever name it, Kelly. If you name Kelly, the album will be called Kelly. It doesn't matter. If you want to contribute with the whole, not Kelly, but Kelly, just or whatever name you want to put there. If you want to put
Lenny.
Josie's Lenny, everyone's welcome. If you have 27,000 reais, you're welcome to. I'll name the album and I'll change the name of one of the tracks for you as well.
You can call the name 1, the name 2, and the name 3.
Yeah, let's put it this way. I'll give you 3 names: the album and 2 songs. How's that?
Oh, that's good. How many tracks you want to have in your album?
There are 9 tracks and 1 bonus track, and we're still looking at the possibility of having remixes in there by other DJs. So in total, it's 9 songs, 1 bonus track, and possibly 2 remixes.
What will be the media? Will it be only CDs, or you want to make some LPs or something like that, vinyl?
No, it'll be just CDs, because vinyl is a bit more expensive. And I think it's just the first release. We should see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's CDs and digital only. There will be 1,000 printed CDs, which we should send everywhere. and give to the people who are engaging in the crowdfunding with the physical copy. If you take part in the crowdfunding, the minimum contribution is 20 reais, and that's just to download and your name on the inlay. And the next up is 40 reais, and that's the physical copy, an autographed physical copy with your name on the inlay, and so on. And then the rewards go up as the value goes up. So
I suggest we play another song, because we've been talking for a while.
Yeah.
And we go back to that subject of the rewards, because there's some very interesting ones. You get drumming lessons and all sorts of, and because he's a drummer. I mean, the autograph CD is your traditional thing
Yeah.
that most, but let's look at the peculiar ones. There's some special ones that we should talk about. So what song do you guys?
We are going to play now Cretino by Do Solto. Do you know Do Solto?
no, I know lots of cretinos, but not just
Not Do Solto. Let's go.
Pode ser de mini saia ou de tomara que caia, no vestido balonê, no sofá ou na TV, no banheiro sem batom, debaixo do edredom, no barzinho na esquina, no posto de gasolina, na cozinha, no quintal, já na cama é tão normal, de calcinha, de rendinha, de biquíni, de marquinha, de blusinha sensual, de vestido de bolinha, de corpinho escultural, de camisa molhadinha, de olhar rabo de saia, de querer tirar batom, de shortinho rasgadinho, de sainha de coton. Pode dizer que eu sou cretino, aposto que tu é um cretino. Pode dizer que eu sou um cretino. Pode ser de mini saia ou de tomara que caia, num vestido balonê, no sofá ou na TV, no banheiro
You are listening to the Caipirinha Appreciation Society show live. This show was recorded, if you're not listening to it live, on the 21st of May 2014. It's me, MDC Swing, and Kika Serra with the visit of Mr. Marcelo Viggi here, the original co-presenter of the show. And now he's going to tell. I think the people should know exactly why did you come back to Brazil. You are having a quite good career as a drummer in London, and life there was not that hard for you, as you were quite professionally well off there. Why did you come back to Brazil?
I somehow I felt that I didn't want to grow old in London, and somehow I felt it was time to come back to Rio. I do miss London quite a lot. I do miss my friends in London, and I've just been there last month for 3 weeks mixing the album in the house of Glenn Skinner, which is a great friend. It's the guy who mixed the album, and it was amazing. It's as if I never left. So it's a place that I'm really at ease with. It's just my second home, and I feel like I can come back at any time. But I decided I wanted to do my projects and life constructions, whatever. This is getting too deep. And doing, building my life around other stuff. And I think from Brazil, a good part of my music gets stronger, and hopefully I can come back in other ways, as in playing and maybe doing a sabbatic. Or, London's not out of the cards at all. It's always in the cards all the time. So it was just a regular life decision.
What did you think about the whole music scene in Brazil when you came back? Because it's even though we had crisis and the crisis with the recording industry and everything, creatively, did it change or did it did you feel any big difference?
You're going very deep today.
Yeah.
Is it the beer?
Society for you.
Is it the beer?
Is it the beer?
It was obviously it was a very changed scene from when I left. Technically, I left in '98 for the first time, and I came back for a year in the year 2000, and then left for good, and only came back in 2010. So it's quite a difference. Where I felt the biggest difference happened was in the electronic music scene. When I started playing as a DJ in Rio, I was playing at Bunker, and as a part of a team of DJs in the E-Head party, led by DJ Ziggy and Alexei Nascimento, and I was happy to be a part of the team. We played in the Rock in Rio in the electro tent, it was called. It was a dance tent.
Yeah.
And then I left Brazil, and at that time the dance music industry was non-existent. It was pretty much if using in market terms, it was a shack, and now it's a proper industry. It's healthy, proper. It works without any public funds or any funds from anyone. It works with their own legs. Very good DJs, very good producers. At the moment, I'll do a bit of a merchandise for a friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing a production course from this DJ in Rio called Felipe Sene, which is very good. It's an online course. He sells the package, the whole package. You watch the videos, and he follows you later on. You go into a one-to-one sessions. I decided to kind of keep on studying stuff, and it's the sort of thing that didn't happen. It simply didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And with the electronic music scene, it's gone very healthy. For the rest of it, it's still very creative. I think Brazil is just like it's prone for creativity. That's what we do here. We don't have the stuff, right? So we have to invent it. And this is how we work in Brazil. And the Brazilian music, what you know, the MPB is very healthy still creatively, but what I feel is that somehow the public has gone elsewhere. So the public is more into stuff like sertanejo universitário, funk, and things that I don't really belong to. It's a different market, different area, which, you know, no disrespect, and it's not better or worse than anything. It's not my thing. But it's just how things are, and then there's
Go
lots.
ahead and disrespect. We allow you.
No, it's just, I don't. It's, to be honest, I don't really listen to it. So I couldn't even say it's good or bad. I went to a wedding party the other day, and I just, it was like it was playing that stuff all the time, and I just couldn't relate to it. I didn't even understand what was going on.
Did you dance?
Aniversário ou
I know I couldn't dance. I was too pissed to dance, but I was just looking at it, going, "What the hell is this?"
Right.
It's just a complete, it's a different world. I'm not. It's not part of my world, and that, so I just put it aside. I'm not interested in listening to stuff that won't add anything at the moment. Maybe I don't know. In a few years' time, I might go back to it. Oh, that's cool, which I doubt. But
Yeah, well, we also doubt that, but during the carnival, last carnival, we've been dancing like Ashe music from the 80s
We
very
could not
happily.
believe it. We could not
there you
believe
go. You see what I mean? In the 80s, we used to think that's
it.
crap.
Mind you, it was a one-off experience. It's
Yeah,
not as if it became fashionable to like it and now we're all into it.
No way. I went to a show last summer. Leticia from Letusi was singing. Who else was it? There were, the girl from Tono. And it was a great band, and they were doing all Ashe classics from the 80s with the new arrangements and the contemporary. It was one of the best shows I've seen this year.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, if you listen to the things as with the arrangement from the 80s and everything, the Ashe music now is so that the other things
Defined.
don't-
Ooh la la.
yeah.
Ooh la la is different than ooh la la.
Yeah. You know, and we really enjoyed like Olodum from the old times. You know.
Yeah, but let's face it. At the time, you didn't. You hated it.
Yes, I did.
So that's what I mean. And maybe in a few years' time, this Sertanejo Universitário will become some kind of vintage weird stuff, and then we'll be listening to. Who knows? But at the moment, it doesn't interest me. Some of the funk stuff I kind of relate to, mostly because of the beats and everything. But when it gets too rough on the lyrics, it doesn't appeal much to me. But sometimes you get some great grooves and great tracks that are really fun to dance to. When people hate Anitta, I think she's really fun. No, I just grew how do you say it, enjoado. I'm just like I grew tired of it, but it was quite fun at the time, and I don't mind. But I think creatively, we're still like second to none. It's just a shame that it's hard to get the output out there, and I feel like there's loads of artists doing very interesting things. I've been playing with many female singers lately, and very interesting things being done, but there's no public. Hello, public out there. Hello, where are you?
Let's say hello to Vanina Montalvo, who's with us, and to Aldenio Alves, so that's public, so they're not...
Hello, public!
Hello, public, you're out there. And also to the lurking, to the people who listen and lurk. There's some anonymous guests who won't actually log in. Hello to you too. You're welcome to not identify yourself.
These people who are not identifying themselves, they can, if you go to, you can sign up with your Facebook account, unless
Okay.
you don't wanna use your Facebook account. But if you wanna have your name said here instead of guest 1 and guest 2.
Ó, daqui são brasileiros. Galera, vocês sabem que o Caipirinha Appreciation Society é em inglês. E esse programa, apesar de a gente estar apresentando aqui ao vivo, a ideia é depois botar ele no podcast. É por isso que estamos fazendo na boa forma normal do programa em inglês. Já estamos a 1h17, ainda temos mais ou menos uns 40 minutos de programa. Então a gente vai seguir em inglês, mas é o conteúdo de sempre. Estamos aqui com um convidado super especial, se você acabou de chegar, tá? Que é o primeiro co-apresentador, assim, quando o primeiro Caipirinha Appreciation Society saiu do papel e foi inventado, tinha 2 apresentadores, MDC Swing e Marcelo Vig, que está aqui conosco essa noite, falando do disco que ele já gravou e que está aqui com uma campanha de crowdfunding para fechar. Agora voltando para o inglês. Yep.
Yeah, now
Okay.
I'm
Tecla
gonna
SAP.
To English. Tecla SAP. And Vanina says hi, by the way. Hi, Vanina again.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna play a song here, and then Mr. Vig will talk to us a little bit about his work as a drummer, not just about his work, but the people who he's been working with. So let's go first with Mr. Chico Correia, Baião Lo-Fi.
drained, I write to you. You've been on my mind. Cold days, long nights, a rooftop in Berlin I call. Confess the state I'm in. These cities, this view, I see nothing without you. And I can't do this alone, but we can do this so much better together, together, together. And I can't make it alone, but we can make it so much better together, 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 together. London Bridge, the rain at last, back in these arms again. I'm sorry I hurt you, I hurt me too. Forgive my jealousy, that's not the man I long to be by your side. My whole life, true love knows no sacrifice. I can't do this alone, but we can do this so much better together, together, together. I can't make it alone, but we can make it so much better together, 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 together. I put my arm around your waist. Pull you closer in embrace. So divided, we fall, but stronger we stand. Together.
Nosso amor durou o que tinha que durar. Foi assim, acabou quando tinha que acabar. Furacão certo e rasteiro me pegou, me fez girar, me varreu, partiu ao meio, pra depois me abandonar. Nosso filme nem chegou a empolgar. nossos sonhos. Esquecemos de esperar. E eu então virei a curva. Procurei outro lugar. Só sobrou história. Pouca história pra contar. Eu quero levantar pra dançar sobre os cacos que ficaram lá, sem medo de viver, de olhar o que a vida tem pra dar. Vou dançando miudinho sobre os cacos devagar, aceitar você partindo, que é pra eu não me machucar. Nosso amor durou o que tinha que durar. Foi assim, acabou quando tinha que acabar. Furacão certo e rasteiro me pegou, me fez girar, me varreu, partiu ao meio, pra depois me abandonar. Nosso filme nem chegou a empolgar nossos sonhos. Esquecemos de esperar. Eu então virei a curva. Procurei outro lugar. Só sobrou história. Pouca história pra contar. Eu quero levantar pra dançar sobre os cacos que ficaram lá, sem medo de viver, de olhar o que a vida tem pra dar. Vou dançando miudinho nesse shot devagar, aceitar você partindo, que é pra eu não me machucar.
O nosso time vai mal. Separação do casal. O céu à beira do caos. A crise existencial. Você cai em depressão. O rim pede operação. A igreja vende perdão. Crise de tosse na multidão. A crise é o alimento da crise. E quem não crê na crise do momento. A crise é o alimento da crise. E quem não crê na crise do momento. A falta de combustível. Burrice abaixo do nível. O império é destrutível. E o homem incompatível. Pra onde ela vai? De onde ela vem? Quem cria a crise diz que não tem. Pra onde ela vai? De onde ela vem? Quem cria a crise diz que não tem. O nosso time vai mal. Separação do casal. O céu à beira do caos. A crise existencial. Você cai em depressão. O rim pede operação. A igreja vende perdão. Crise de tosse na multidão. A crise é o alimento da crise. E quem não crê na crise do momento. A crise é o alimento da crise. E quem na crise do momento, a falta de combustível, burrice abaixo do nível, o império é destrutível e o homem incompatível. Pra onde ela vai? De onde ela vem? Quem cria a crise diz que não tem. Pra onde ela vai? De onde ela vem? Quem cria a crise diz que não tem. Pra onde ela vai? De onde ela vem? Quem cria a crise diz que não tem. Pra onde ela vai? De onde ela vem? Quem cria a crise diz que não tem.
Yes, you're listening to the Caipirinha Appreciation Society ao vivo live here at SOAS Radio. And I mean, it's not live at SOAS Radio or www.caipirinhasociety.com, but this is a show recorded live, like, you know, improvised, totally improvised here with Kika Serra and Mr. Marcelo Viggi. And we've been talking with him. If you just tuned in now, you know, we've been talking here for about his work and about his career, and now he's going to tell a little bit about his work with other musicians, not his own projects, but the thing that he has been doing, you know, as a musician, as a session musician, as a live musician, as a musician, isn't it?
I wanted to say hi to two people before we go, to Raoni, who was with us, and also Ciro, that were listening to us live. Ciro Augusto and Raoni Lourenço. And okay, we move it.
So now, Vic.
Thank you for calling me a musician. People call me drummer. But it's an old musician's joke anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we played 3 tracks. One is by Patrick Wolf, which is a guy that I played with for 3 years in London, and I recorded 2 of his albums. And that track is from the last album I recorded with him. It's called Together. We recorded at the Olympic Studios in London, the now defunct Olympic Studios, where some great artists recorded there, people like Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix, and I had the pleasure and honor to record in that room before they shut it down. The second track was of Beatrice Mazon, which is a female singer that I play with here in Rio, and that song I recorded in her new album called 12 Seconds. And the last one we heard was Crise by Pedro Luiz, which also I recorded and toured with. He's one of the best singer-songwriters, in my opinion, one of the best singer-songwriters in Brazil.
And a really nice person.
A really nice guy. We went to uni together, and he writes great songs, great lyricist. He wrote one track that's in my album. We wrote together, me, him, and Marco André. And he's very prolific. He writes great songs in many styles and genres. He's the lead singer and one of the leaders of Monobloco. He's the Pedro Luiz from Pedro Luiz e a Parede.
What university did you go to?
We went to Unirio.
Unirio. Music?
Music.
All right. Okay.
He's the only musician I know he has got a graduation in music.
I have a degree in music.
Yeah, and he's only a drummer.
That's why he called me a musician.
Oh, okay.
See, that's what a degree does for you. You have people.
And I really don't mean that. I've had friends, and I was married to a drummer, and
a brother, by the way.
And a brother who's a drummer, and whatever. So I'm on your side on that aspect. I'm very offended when they say drummers aren't musicians. Anyway, so great. 3 good songs.
Who else have you been playing with apart from Mr. Pedro Luiz?
Well, I've been playing with Marco Andrea last year, and I've been doing shows with Marina Lima also as a dep for Alex Fonseca, which is a friend of mine and a great drummer. and Julia Bosco, Alexia Bontempo, and many others, many people. Anyone who.
Don't forget to mention
and Vugi Tolstoy, which is the project.
You'll be fired from the band.
Or I'll be fired, yeah, and lose the friendship. Vugi Tolstoy is a very special project. Two of my best friends in this life, they have this band together. It's been going since 1996 or 97.
Yeah.
And I took part in both of their albums, and now I'm taking part in being in a live band.
That band that I met you.
No, you met me through Juliette.
Juliette, yeah.
Which, let's not talk about it.
Okay,
Change subject.
One day I'm gonna play Juliette for you.
Juliette's great, but let's change subject. And Vugi Tolstoy is great because it's proper rock, sang in Portuguese, and it's really heavy, it's electronic, it's got great music. And I'm not saying this because they're playing it, because it's really great fun to play, but the songs are really good, and everyone knows each other for a long time. It's me playing drums, Gila on the bass, and obviously Marcelo, Aga, and Junior Tolstoy, who are the main guys in the band. But we've all known each other for years. Tolstoy and Gila have played together in the Lenini tour, so it's great to be with these guys above and beyond any music.
And when is the next season of gigs of Vugi Tolstoy? Because they
is that going to happen?
So busy
World tour?
Yeah.
Well, you can see it in two ways. We're always on tour.
Mm-hmm.
Not with the band.
But not with the band.
It's just the frequency of the shows is not very frequent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a supposed gig in June now, on a non-confirmed 25th. Sorry, 21st of June, non-confirmed gig in São Paulo.
All right.
We will let you know.
Is it the first time you guys are going to play in São Paulo?
With me on drums, yes.
All right. All right, excellent.
It's one of those funny cases where it's not the guy's name that named the band, but the band that named the guy.
Yes.
I mean, Vugi Tolstoy existed as a band before the guitarist started calling himself Tolstoy. It was just Junior.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, the name apparently comes from a dream.
Yeah, he had a dream.
Yeah.
He had a dream.
He had a dream.
And his everything, but it's not Tolstoy. There isn't an L. No, this is without the L.
He had a dream for a name of a band when we were starting Juliette, which I don't want to talk about. It was something like Vugo Led Zeppelin Tolstoy. And then Led Zeppelin somehow was taken.
Small band, yeah.
And then he kept the Vugo and changed the word, and kept the Tolstoy and changed the letter here and there. Some numerology involved, jiggery pokery and all that. So
that's very nice. I gotta play now because we were talking about electronic music, and that was one of the electronic bands of the 80s. You know, it was quite crazy. And in the 80s, that was considered electronic music.
And it's Brazilian.
Music, yeah, it's Brazilian. You're too young for that.
Yeah, I wasn't born in the 80s.
Let's go. Sara Sara, Amare Chique.
Vorrei parlarvi ora di una meravigliosa creatura, quale il mio spirito inquieto aveva cercato per tutta la vita.
Por que você não telefona? Diz ao menos alô. Nada mais em mim funciona. Depois que você me deixou. Não amar não é cafona. Isto é tudo complô. Coisa de alternativo. Profissão que eu não sigo. Seita que já caducou. E pare com essa mania de ver filme europeu. Você está viciada com traumas que não são seus. São pessoas com problemas, enfadonhas de doer, pálidas e deprimidas. É gente de mal com a vida e isto não tem nada a ver. Amar é chique, amor, é muito chique. Se Romeu e Julieta fosse para obsoleta, porque até hoje vingou. Amar é chique, é muito chique. É tão chique que eu nem sei o que dizer.
Vorrei parlarvi ora di una meravigliosa creatura. Vorrei parlarvi ora di una meravigliosa creatura. Vorrei parlarvi.
Sim, eu sei que seus amigos caçoam de mim, me colocam no apelido só porque te trato assim.
Vorrei
São
parlarvi.
espíritos obsessores, não ouço o que essa gente diz. Ouça só meu coração, ele toca uma canção que quem ouve pede. Amar é chique, amor, é muito chique. Me disse na Cinderela e na moça da novela que no fim se regalou. Amar é chique, é muito chique. É tão chique que até a música acabou.
Quale il mio spirito inquieto aveva cercato per tutta la vita.
Rushing in the night like a shark, babe, would it be bad if I had to sit along? Cause the thrills that run up my back. You must start, nothing else can leave me off track. Got me rising high. Your innocence, who's brave, drowning in. Would you save me? It's crime. If you don't, you'll slide by the throat. I could bet all of the riches that I ever had. Rushing the night like a shark, babe, would it be bad? You got me rising high. Your innocence, who's brave, drowning in. Will you save me? It's crime. If you don't, you'll slide by the road. Your innocence, who's brave, drowning in. Will you save me? It's crime. If you don't, you'll slide by the road. You got me rising high. Your innocence, who's brave, drowning in. Will you save me? It's crime. If you don't, you'll slide by the road. Your innocence, who's brave, drowning in. Will you save me? It's crime. If you don't, you'll slide by the road.
All right, you're listening to the Caipirinha Appreciation Society live here with Mr. Marcelo Viggi, with Kika Serra and me, MDC Swingy, at SOAS Radio and www.caipirinhasociety.com. This show was recorded on the 21st of May 2014. Mr. What was the last track we played?
This last track, the second to last track, is a track on my album as well. It's called Trombone Groove, which is a mix of dub, some beats, alfaias, and trombone, and it's a vibe of a kind of a bit of a gafieira vibe on top of a dub rhythm. And then we heard Subtract from London, featuring Little Dragon, and now we're going to listen to another bootleg that I've been making with my other writing partner Montano, from our collective called Conecta Música Visual, and it's a bootleg for Criolo's tune Não Existe Amor em SP. We did a bit of dubstep vibe.
All right, let's listen to that, and that will be the last track. Kika Serra wants to say something.
Hello, Libório. I think Libório is listening to us. Another one, a friend who joined the live transmission. And if I don't get the chance to say this, guys, we do this every so often. If you're listening to the podcast version, this was recorded live. That's why it's different from the rest. And if you check us out on our Facebook page or our own personal pages, and join us on Mixler next time to get a shout out and to chat with us on as we present the show live. So let's move on to the last song.
I just would like to say a big shout to Bernardo Pauleira, who owns the Bolacha Records and is the guy behind Embolacha, who does the crowdfunding. He is a mastermind behind loads of stuff that's been happening in Rio. He's promoting the new scene, the new musical scene. There's other artists in the Embolacha side, like Lucas Santana, and many interesting projects in the embolacha.com.br. So big shout, Berna. Tamo junto.
Yeah. And we are arranging it here as we make the show, but probably on the 30th of May, we will have another live transmission, this time around from Caipirrosso.
All right.
Where we are going to do the last push for the crowdfunding. And yes, let's put this record on the shops.
So it's the 30th of May.
2014.
Yeah.
In Caipirrosso. It's a party to promote the crowdfunding for Dub. I'll be DJing alongside MDC, Swing, and many other DJs, other attractions to be confirmed. So if you're in Rio on the 30th, come along.
Yes, if you're not in Rio, just tune in our Mixler thing there. And, well, we'll tell you later. Yeah, let's listen to music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Não existe amor em SP, um labirinto místico, onde os grafites gritam, não dá pra descrever, numa linda frase, de um postal tão doce, cuidado com doce, São Paulo é um buquê, buquê são flores mortas. Arranjo lindo feito
Like,
All right, so I guess this is the end of the Caipirinha Appreciation Society for this week. We had a very illustrious guest here, Mr. Marcelo Vig. Kika Serra is here by our side. And well, I don't think we have to say anything else, do we?
Yeah, I just would like to thank you guys for having me here tonight. It's my very first radio interview in a solo career, so that will go down in history as well. So thank you very much. Thank you everyone for listening, and see you on the 30th of May.
Yes, I am MDC Swingy.
I'm Kika Serra.
And I'm Marcelo Vig.
And this is the Caipirinha Appreciation Society.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Acabou.
Cortou, tudo certo?